Hey, I'm Mark Romanek. It's a beautiful day for a test ride. Stick around because we've got a Smoker Craft 162 Pro Mag. We're going to put it through its paces and show you what this fishing boat's all about. The Smoker Craft Pro Mag 162 is 16 foot 5 inches down the center line. It has a beam of 91 inches and a maximum horsepower capacity, 90 horses. We're going to start our discussion here at the helm, and when you take a look forward, you can see that there's a lot of stuff new here for 2017. The first thing that jumps out at me, of course, because I'm an avid fisherman, is we got flush mount sonar in the console here, which is to me a huge advantage. We don't have to have a sonar unit popped up here blocking our field of view. So flush mount sonar is a great option. And then we also have a lot of other nice features, like things like tilt steering wheel, which makes the boat a lot easier to operate and drive, makes more room for different operators. And then the other thing that jumps out with me is that the switches are very easy to access. They're right here, right where you want them, and they're all positive. When you turn one of these switches on, they got a little light on them. And why is that important? Well, it's important because sometimes you'll turn on bilge on and forget you've got it on. If you got a light on there, you got a nice reminder that that switch is on. So all in all, this is a very nicely set up console, and if you did want to add some extra sonar or GPS, there's room up here to do that as well. So great setup on this console. There's a couple other features here in the console that are noteworthy. For example, there's an AM/FM radio, but if you want some other tunes, there's also an MP3 port, so you can hook up your custom tunes if you want as well. For 2017, another really nice feature is if you go to the console on these Smoker Crafts and you turn on the courtesy lights, you see a nice LED light system all around the cockpit of the boat. Now, why is that important? It's just enough light that you can see to move around and do things in the boat, but it's not so much light that it blinds you. It's a really nice feature, something you wouldn't expect in a boat of this class. I've just hopped up on the rear casting deck of the 162 Pro Mag. A lot of nice features back here that we need to talk about. There's vinyl on the floor here, which is very nice in a fishing boat. I'm a big fan of vinyl because it's easy to keep clean. It's a nice, surface in a fishing boat. The other thing that you got to understand about this, though, not only is there plenty of room here for casting in a comfortable casting position, it houses some important features. Like, for example, there's a live well underneath my feet. There's also another dry storage here. In fact, there's two dry storage compartments. And there's also another compartment here for storing things like your cranking battery. So all these essential things in a fishing boat are being used very nicely in this space. Let's talk about the top cap of the boat for a little bit. On the port side here, there's a really nice rod storage compartment for 4 rods, lockable rod storage. Underneath here, there's some integrated storage underneath, which is really nice for bulky items. And then another new feature for 2017 is this extrusion into the gunnel, which is going to allow you to add things like rod holders, drink cup holders, tool accessories. Those types of things are going to slide right into this extrusion, and that's new for 2017. A very nice feature on this boat. Another really nice feature of the 162 Pro Mag, we're looking at the gunnels here. You see these pads that are on here that are personalized Smoker Craft. These are really nice because you can step on this and it's not going to slip. Also, it's a real nice way to avoid getting scratches on your boat. They're just beautiful and they really accent this boat. Smoker Craft has got some other very unique innovations for 2017. One that I think is really cool is a system called the Yar Blow. Now, what is it? It's a blower system that mounts into the dry storage compartments. When you turn it on and plug it into shore power, what it does is it circulates air around in your dry storage compartments and prevents them from mold and mildew forming. Mold and mildew is a huge problem in a fishing boat, and the Yar Blow system solves that problem. Before we move up on the bow of the boat, there's a couple more features here at the console that we need to talk about. Obviously, this is a walk-through console design. Most fishermen would agree that a walk-through is the best choice for serious open water fishing. Keeps that water off the occupants. It's a nice feature. But what having a walk-through console does is it also gives you a lot of storage space. Like, for example, underneath this console and underneath the driver's console are battery storage. So your deep cycle batteries are stored under there, out of sight, out of mind. Also, we got a very nice glove box here. There's plenty of room in the glove box for storing lots of stuff. It's a place where I put things I don't want to get wet, like, for example, my cell phone. One of the ways to judge a fishing boat is how many places are there to store fishing rods. And the 162 Pro Mag really shines bright in this category. We already showed you the port rod locker that has 4 rods that can be stored there. There's also a bow rod locker that stores an additional 6 rods. And in the floor of the boat, there's another rod locker that does another 5. So you add that up, that's an amazing amount of rod storage in a 16-foot class boat. You know, sometimes it's the small details that make the difference in a fishing boat. One of the things I really liked about the rod lockers in the 162 Pro Mag, when you open the lids, they have power pistons on them so the lids stay open. That's a small feature, but it's important because you don't have to worry about a lid closing accidentally and breaking one of your valuable fishing rods. Hey, I've jumped up on the bow of the 160 Pro Mag. Plenty of room up here to fish. There's lots of room, in fact. Nice comfortable swivel seat up here. And this is also a vinyl covered floor up here. Again, for a fishing boat, that's what you're looking for. You want vinyl on the floor of a fishing boat. Also, there's some important features up here you need to understand. For example, there's a secondary live well. We talked about the big live well in the back of the boat. There's a secondary live well in the bow of the boat as well. So if you're up here fishing, you don't have to go to the back of the boat just to store your catch. Also, there's an electric motor that's mounted up here in the bow. That electric motor is on a quick disconnect. The beauty of that is that you can put it on if you need it, and if you don't need it for any particular purpose, you can take it off and stow it as well. So those quick disconnect electric motors, really a good idea. And of course, there's also some dry storage up here. So if you're looking for a little extra space to store fishing tackle, you got it on the bow as well. The 162 Pro Mag from Smoker Craft is a serious fishing boat, and it comes from the factory ready to fish. On the bow, it's already got an electric motor. On the console, a GPS and sonar as well. All kinds of nice features like plenty of rod storage, dual live wells, you name it, it's got great fishing features. Check it out online at Smoker Craft Marine.